Hello, my name is Edgar Matthew Karuhanga. I am a journalist live here in Kampala, Uganda. Now, there are three tweets, 3 Facebook posts, and 3 cartoons that have been trending in Uganda and affected the political spectrum of the country. Let's start off with the cartoons. Now, there is the first cartoon that really trended in Uganda, asserting that Chief Justice Alfonso Owiny-Dollo disagrees with Justice Chisache and confiscates her judgment. Is this something that is really surprising? Yes, to the Ugandan community. Many people were surprised by the fact that a Chief Justice would confiscate a report that belonged to one of the justices on the Supreme Council. Now, the second cartoon that trended in Uganda was the NBS Political Command Center paying a blind eye to the shootings that happened on November the 18th. Now, on November the 18th, there is an insurrection that occurred in Uganda following the arrest of His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, as he likes to call himself. Now, because of this, there was a lot of insurrection and riots that were all over Kampala, which led to over 50 people dying, as the Ministry of Security asserts. But during this time, the NBS Political Command Center did not in any way publish any information that was happening to the viewers, which brought out a real insurgency on social media. People saying, how can the Political Command Center in Uganda just pay a blind eye to the death of many people? Now, the third cartoon that really trended in Uganda and on social media was one of Professor Safaraz Niaz from Illinois, USA. Now, this particular professor was asserting to different people that he knows the cure to COVID-19. Because of this, he was able to meet the Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda, Miss Rebecca Kadaga, and the president himself, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Now, because of this professor, his discovery, he was able to get a lot of attention on social media. Now, the one that really triggered a lot of talk on Facebook was the Inspector General of Police, meaning Uganda's police. He's Mr. Okoth Martin Ochola. Some people like to call him Omo. Now, Omo came out and said that they are going to beat journalists just because they love them. They are beating you because they love you. Because of these statements, a lot of words have been going on social media, especially Facebook.
It is not that we are targeting the media. No. We are trying to protect your lives. We are telling you there's a danger there. For you insisting you must go where there's a danger. Yes, we shall beat you for your own sake, to help you understand that don't go there. The
other trending video that was on Facebook was that of Mr. Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu's home being hoovered by a helicopter. What am I meaning? A helicopter that was hovering all over the house of Mr. Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. This followed a time after the election, and a lot of talk was going around that maybe there is a lot of confusion that is being organized by Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. Thus, we saw a helicopter hovering around his house, on top of his house, and many people were saying, why is this particular helicopter hovering over the legislator's residence? Then the third video that was trending on Facebook especially was that one of Bobi Wine's guard, still talking about politics, Bobi Wine's personal bodyguard, throwing a canister at him and trying to kill him. Now, is this true? After a bit of fact check, it was realized that it wasn't Bobi Wine's bodyguard who was doing this.
Here is the direction where the explosive came from, fired from a gun. With this evidence presented in the footage recorded by NBS TV, it is clear Ariho Norbert was not in possession of the explosive.
Now, Twitter had a lot of videos that have been trending. Let me start with one that is really so interesting. Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng, the Minister of Health right here in Uganda, saying that, you know what, everybody knows COVID-19 restrictions, you're not allowed to gather people around you. But this was a different irony right there. The Minister of Health, Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng, went ahead and gathered a lot of crowds around her during the time of the pandemic, and everybody was like, hey, you're preaching water, but you are drinking wine. In another video that was trending on Uganda's most loved social media, and that is Twitter, Bobi Wine's petition, electoral petition withdrawal from court. Now, Kyagulanyi, after the elections on the 14th of January, he came out and petitioned the electoral process and the electoral commission into the courts of law. But after petitioning these particular people, he came out again and withdrew.
To withdraw from their court. It is clear that Mr. Alfonso Owiny-Dolo and the members of his court are not interested in giving Ugandans justice.
And after all this, we saw a lot of talk. Some people saying, yes, it was right for Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Bobi Wine to withdraw the petition, and while others are saying it was particularly wrong. So yes, that was what was trending on Twitter. And lastly, the video that was trending on Twitter in 2020 and part of 2021 was that of Dr. Kizza Besigye, saying that he does not believe in the electoral process of Uganda, and thus asserting that, you know what, it is not the election that will take away the long-serving leader. 35 years down the road, Mr. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Besigye came out in a video and said, let Bobi Wine go for Plan A, that is the electoral process. And I, he retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye, I will go for Plan B. Up to right now, Uganda doesn't know what Plan B of this particular campaign of Besigye.
This country will not be free by Byabakama or whatever he's called going to Kololo to announce that there is now a new winner, who is not Museveni. And for Museveni to come with his heart and hand over power.
Now, firstly, Ugandans believe that social media is a safe space for them to air out their views and grievances, and so use these platforms to speak out their hearts and what they feel about the country. Now, the other thing as to why these tools were listed, these consequences, Ugandans believe that they need external sympathy from concerned individuals and other communities. Since social media is used by almost all countries, Ugandans think that that other people on social media can help in finding solutions for the challenges they are going through. Social media is also a tool for reaching the necessary and responsible bodies. Now remember, most of the organizations have different social media platforms. So Ugandans use these tools believing that when they tag one of the responsible citizens, they will get, let's say, abrupt feedback, they will get concern, or their challenges will be addressed. And we have seen most of the companies doing this on their social media platforms. They would address the concerns of the citizens. For example, Wumeme, the National Water for Sewage Corporation here in Uganda, when you tag them in a post, they will make sure they get back to you. Now, lastly, some people seek validation from social media. Some people really believe that in case they post what they feel, they will be accepted on social media, and maybe they can have that trust that they are validated. Because of the evolving technology, many journalists have adapted, working from home. Many people just sit on their computers, they have a Zoom call, a Zoom session, and thus they don't have to go to the newsrooms. That means the newsrooms no longer need to be with a lot of people. That is the effect of evolving technology. Now, there is now wider coverage of journalists. Since now journalists are doing their thing digitally, that means they have a wider market. The wider market from other countries, both Africa and other Western countries. That means a journalist will write something or will post something or will disseminate information, and it will be consumed by different people from different societies. Now, there is also audience engagement now due to evolving technology. Because the technology is now evolving, we have what they call a personal connection, engagement. A journalist will post something on their social media platform, and of course, they will get feedback from the people. That means the journalist will know how his story or her story has affected a different individual, and also can get feedback on how they can better their story. Then there is also capture and storage of information on social media. Since these are digital platforms, you can post a story and you will see it after 5 years, 10 years. That means you have kept your story safe and sound. And lastly, there is faster spread of fake news, and this is on the negative side. Because of the digital evolution, everybody has become a citizen journalist. Some people don't know the practice, but they have become citizen journalists, and this has led to dissemination of fake information all over social media. Because of this particular reasons, fake news is now going up, and that is why we are going fact-checking. Now many journalists have adapted this tool to fact-check the information that is posted on social media. And I advise you as well to also fact-check the information you get on your tablet, on your phone, because you never know, you might be spreading mis or disinformation. My name is Edgar Matthew Karuhanga. As I wind up, now the 5G era, as many of you know, is that speed that is too fast on the internet. It has been adopted in countries in the Asian region. Mostly China have started adapting the 5G network. But how will it affect me as a journalist? It will lead to quicker dissemination of information because it is the 5G. That means there is speed, it is fast. That means your information will run faster to the different people. Then there will also be faster uploads and downloads of information. As a journalist, I upload information, and of course I download information. But because of the 5G network, I believe there will be faster faster uploading and downloading of the different information on different media platforms. Because of the 5G network, of course, it comes with better audio and video quality. 5G is better. That means with the introduction of 5G era, there will be better audio and video. Ladies and gentlemen, lastly, since most devices are not compatible with 5G, that means many Ugandans will be supposed to change, the different, devices and gadgets they are using. This will bring on a bit of challenges, ladies and gentlemen, since many of us do not have the money to just be buying something new that is up to date. Remember, these devices that we use, like my Samsung A7, it cannot really sustain what they call the 5G network, since it's so faster and even heavier. That means I will have to drop this one from my grasp, and then I will have to get myself a new one. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Edgar Matthew Karuhanga. I am a journalist that works with the Media Challenge and a fact checker with the Debunk Show. Not only that, I work with the Alternative Uganda on a morning show. It is dubbed The Mighty Drive. We host people every morning from 7 to 9 as we delve into the different topical discussions and how we can better Uganda and how can we change the African narrative and develop Uganda, Africa, and the world at large. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for keeping it locked to this amazing episode. And yes, a special shout outs to all of you watching me right here. Ladies and gentlemen, ciao, adios, bye-bye. See you next time.